Hey guys, what's up? Cody here. Here's a quick little intro before we actually start the podcast up. We forgot to plug Mansfield's dates. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive we didn't plug these dates. If we did, then we didn't get them all, and I want to make sure that our guest is covered. So I'm going to give you those dates right now where you can go and check out Six Bomb Boards, his awesome event where he sets up all these bomb boards and all these dope fucking artists, the Cincinnati art scene, come out and do these amazing drawings and sell their art. Go out and support them. Support our local artistic community. Go and support Anthony Tank Mansfield and his fucking podcast, Watching to Go download that. Download the episode that I'm on whenever that comes out. Here are the dates for Six Bomb Boards. Saturday, September 25th, Streetside 5th Anniversary. Monday, October 11th, What You Into live with what the fuck? What did my mouth just do there? Mamanda? Jesus. Live with Amanda Mama Crass Freach. I hope I'm saying that right. Freach? Whatever. At Fretboard Brewing Company. Thursday, October 21st, White Oak Marathon. My mouth is not working tonight. I'm just sitting here by myself in my basement talking to no one. My mouth should be fine. Where is the stumble words coming from? White Oak Marathon. Saturday, November 20th, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead 3 solo show at Fretboard Brewing Company. Saturday, November 27th, Small Business Saturday at Higher Gravity. Go and check that shit out. It's fucking awesome. Mansfield's awesome. We appreciate him coming on the podcast. A quick little disclaimer before we start today's show. Everything we say in this podcast and all future and previous Bastard Sermon podcasts is meant for the purposes of satire and shitty, redundant, edgelord comedy. Nothing we say in this or any podcast is any way meant to be taken seriously. We do not encourage anyone to do anything said in this or any podcast we've ever recorded or will ever record. Our material is dark and offensive. If that isn't your thing, this is most likely the wrong podcast to be downloading in the first place, unless your goal is to be upset and have something to bitch about, in which case, I totally understand, have at it. We do not actually encourage anyone to bring a gun anywhere. If some psycho is listening to us and thinks for some insane reason we're actually being serious, fuck completely off. As I said before, everything in this show is a joke. I hope even the most irresponsible of jokes are still covered under the First Amendment, but because of the times we currently live in, I'm unsure, which is why I typed this out in the first place. I'm a 27-year-old loser that works a proverbial ditch-digging job and I live in my grandfather's basement. Nothing I say, even if it sounds like quality advice, is actually good advice anyways. Therefore, even if someone tried to spin some argument that what I'm saying is wildly irresponsible, then consider my position in life and how stupid and insane a person would have to be in order to take me seriously ever. All right, that's it. Enjoy the podcast.
Cocksuckers, I hope you all enjoy the show. Yes, I do.
Welcome to the Bastard Sermon, you motherfuckers.
Welcome to another episode of the Bastard Sermon. I'm one of your three hosts, Cody Hooker.
Luke Young. That was another weird moment where I thought I was supposed to go third again.
And I'm Anthony Tank Mansfield.
And
No,
we're
wrong
joined
one.
by our guest, Lloyd Johnson.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm over 6 feet. Fuck, this is awesome.
What's your
Congrats.
dick looking like?
It's
Take a peek at your dick. Oh, it's little as fuck. He's pulling out a little tiny dick.
what the hell?
No. Lloyd, come on, man. Jeez.
Fuck.
Apparently T-Bone already covered this on the episode. I forgot all about that until a friend of mine was like, oh, it was fun hearing T-Bone talk about your dick for 20 minutes.
Did he talk about your dick? Dude, I was so
Remember when
fucked
he was
up on that.
talking about- when he-
No, I was fucked the whole episode. I have
weird.
no idea what we talked about.
He was talking about he just sat in the room one time when me and a girl started fucking. And then at a certain point, I was like, dude, I can hear him breathing different. You got to get out. You got to go. And then you're like, what's he working with? He was like, oh, you know, it's good. And you kept like pressing him and he kept talking about it.
No, in inches. How big is his penis?
73.
73 inches?
Yeah.
That's a wild amount of inches for dick. What do you coil that thing around
That's
your
a
knee?
wingspan.
I'm looking up your shorts right now. There's no fucking possible way. Did it get littler with
No, it's literally like yarn. I just spool it up.
a spool of cock? But it's but it's like an 1/8 inch wide in
Yeah.
fucking diameter the entire way.
Fuck.
It's like
That's-
these microphone extenders.
Yeah.
No, actually, my dick looks like a hockey puck. It's just like
A cheese wheel of cock.
Yeah,
It's 1 inch long, but it's wide as fuck.
Yeah. It's
My-
4.5 inch circumference, 2 inches long.
What's that Bloodhound Gang song that it was? It's like something, but I'll fuck the sides up.
Yeah.
His dick ain't that big, but I'll fuck the sides
Yeah.
up. Yeah, I love those. I love those lyrics so much I don't fucking remember. I have Bloodhound Gang lyrics tattooed on me, and I don't fucking.
You do?
It's that. Well,
I had no idea you
the
had Bloodhound
girlfriend.
Gang
The
tattooed.
girlfriend's name tattoo is Bloodhound Gang lyrics. The Rustle the Love Muscle comes from the lap dance is only fun when the strippers crying. But I don't really like that song. She was just named at her old shop after that, which she no longer goes by. So now I just have Bloodhound. Now it's just Bloodhound Gang lyrics from a song from Bloodhound Gang that I don't like that much. Band that I love, song I couldn't care less for.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. All right, we're this is a weird way to intro a podcast. Anthony Tank motherfucking Mansfield is
Hey,
here,
what's
and by
going on?
here I mean we're here. We're in his basement. I just recorded What You Into, his fucking podcast where he talks about hobbies and shit like that, and he made an exception for me coming on since I have no hobbies. I'm like, I watch movies and TV shows, and he's like, I guess we'll do one about Tarantino, you fucking idiot.
It worked out.
Yeah, we did a fun fucking episode about Tarantino, and we're here in his basement recording the Bastard Sermon. He'll be on the Patreon. It's gonna be a fun fucking time. Say what's up, so they know what you sound like, brother.
This is me. I'm back on the show that I've been on a lot of fucking times.
Fuck yeah, dude. You guys know Mansfield. I didn't mic check before I did this, so hey Mansfield, keep talking, and
And he
I'll.
ran his cocksucker to Lloyd for 10 minutes on wrapping shit up so we could start.
Let's get going, dude. Come on. Everybody's ready. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
I knew I was gonna catch a world of shit for this because as soon as I turned it on, I was like, "Whoop." Everybody's voice is all
what
fucked up.
an
I didn't
idiot.
check. Oops. But since I made such a big stink about it, and I was like, Mansfield talks, so they know what you sound like, and I'm scrambling to check his levels real quick.
And you can't fuck this up because Lloyd is the new star of the show. Like, he needs that 15-minute pregame to get stretched out, get ready, get limbered up to carry you motherfuckers. So, just...
We had to trade one diva for another.
Wow, is that what
Oh, I
happened?
thought I was described as a rock star. With it, not me.
He called you the diva. I didn't call you the diva. What do you mean? Are you not?
The conversation earlier today. It's fine.
No, your boyfriend just called you a diva. How do you feel about this?
Fine.
Every
My
time
little
that
ginger darling can call me anything he wants.
I was just about to bring up the Ginger Darling thing because every time
Thank
that I
you.
try to talk shit about Luke, even to his face or behind his back, don't talk about my Ginger Darling like that. I'm like, all right.
The show has become a hero's arc for Luke. Where like when you first if you go back and listen to the Bastard Sermon from like episode 1, like Luke's just kind of in the background.
I'm just there,
he's
yeah.
just
Luke is the Naruto of the Bastard Sermon. He's hated by the whole village. Everybody wishes he would go away.
You're making my dick hard.
Even the
with
fans don't like
comparisons.
him at all.
That's a fucking fact. No, I've
By the
gotten
end,
like
this
a bunch
motherfucker's
of
the
like,
Hokage.
I've gotten a bunch of like weird, strange. I don't get messages like Lloyd's been saying it since I got on the show. I got people saying like you're awesome. I've never gotten those.
I get all kinds of messages.
I know you do. I get messages from people like, "Hey, what comic do you recommend? You had a really good point talking about that one that they made a show out of. I like that one.
Oh,
do
you
you
mean-
like other stuff?"
You mean you get the same nerds that
Yeah.
fucking hit you
Yeah.
up with the same nerd
But
energy
then they
that you bring to the
disappear
show?
as soon as I give them their recommendation. They're like, "Thanks, bye."
I meet lifelong acquaintances. I meet people that fucking think that like we're twins. Cade Frederick, you've seen him popping up recently, right? That kid, he was like, I think we're the same person. I was like, oh no, he's
I
gonna
think
try to
you're
kill
dead.
me.
yeah, that might be a stalker situation.
Yeah, hopefully, but he hasn't paid for the
He said
Patreon,
hopefully.
so dude, like, come on, what are you doing? If you're,
If
gonna
you're
stalk
really
me,
a stalker,
if you're
pay for
really
the
a stalker,
Patreon.
you'll pay $5 for the Patreon, kid. Come on, dog.
Could you imagine like if you had to pick your fucking single white female, it's Cody. Like you're having to like wear like this everywhere you fucking go.
Like
Yeah.
you're like I've made so many wrong choices.
The
Yeah.
fact that I'm
I've done-
somebody wants to listen to me every
Yeah.
week is insane to me. Like, why do you want me? Like, my friends, I don't even have friends anymore. They don't even want to do this podcast with me, for fuck's sake. You want to?
Yeah,
you
that's why we
paying to
came
listen?
all the way over here so that you could do one with him, and then we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
All right, don't overanalyze. I'm doing a fucking podcast here. I'm playing. This is just a
Cody,
person that I'm playing on TV right
shut
now.
up.
I'm not doing therapy. You fuck. You shut up. Fuck you. Suck a dick, Lloyd.
The Bastard's Couch. New Patreon episodes coming to you. We're
Lloyd
going to
just-
start getting into the broken issues of those.
And then it quickly turns into the Bastards casting couch.
We're we're just cry fucking each other and our guests.
We know who's doing the fucking and who's doing the crying.
It's just me and Tank spit roasting Cody as Luke cries and jerks off in the corner.
I don't like any part of this. Why did you have to throw Mansfield's dick into this? Is your penis co-signing on all this spit roasting situation?
I guess it's because I'm a guest. Like,
Yes,
that's just part of
yes.
coming on the show now. Apparently, is just
Are you down to stay for the Patreon? Yeah, and then we just start getting naked. Like,
Just start oiling up.
yeah. Patreon suddenly becomes OnlyFans. It's a natural
Everyone
evolution of the
pays
show.
on Patreon.
Lloyd breaks out heroin without asking if it's cool. Firing spoons up.
just gets real scary really fast.
Hope you're okay with this.
Three dudes wearing overalls that aren't buckled over their shoulders, no shirts, all digging in their belly button, staring at us like, yeah, boys.
Yeah, I'm really worried that when I come on the show in January for the year-end show, it's going to be we're just doing like that last scene from Boogie Nights where they go to get the coke and there's like the Chinese kid throwing fireworks and then like the dude making his own mixtapes.
Now, you know what's going to happen from Boogie Nights on that episode? It's going to be me screaming, I'm the star here.
Yeah, dude. 100% that's what's going to happen.
Fucking be Marky Mark.
I'll play the William H. Macy character, just getting cucked and just have to shoot Lloyd to death by the end of it. Does anybody see my wife? Does anybody see my wife? Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, guys.
Just walking to the house.
Cody,
Chrissy?
Chrissy,
Chrissy?
get the fuck out of here. Oh, come on. Come on. Why are you fucking my wife?
God
Sorry, what were you saying?
So you're just walking to the house. Chrissy? Chrissy?
She was already really uncomfortable the last time that we implied that you fucked her, so she was like, that made me really upset. She doesn't listen to the podcast anymore because the last time we made a joke about that. So I say we do 10 minutes on fucking when you fucking Chrissy.
We love you, Chrissy.
Yeah, go and
And
check
now
out
we're about to smash you, hypothetically.
Nightshade Inc. Go and get a fucking tattoo. Christopher Sanders did Tank's knees. I didn't even fucking
Yeah,
know
man,
about that.
he does awesome work, man. Yeah, Chris is a good dude.
Fuck yeah.
He
Let's
makes
get
cool
into
shit.
let's get into your fucking wolf semen friend. Can we tell that story?
Yeah,
Right
sure.
out the gate, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
So before the show, me and Cody were talking, and Cody was like asking like why I'm just like basically like a fucking mailbox with legs. Like I'm short and wide. It's what I am. And he was like,
And he's taking packages.
Fuck, I walked into that. God damn. Fucking, that was good. All right, point you.
Yes.
Point you. Fuck me. So,
That's what I was implying.
goddamn 2 points.
Two now.
Son of a bitch.
Keep going.
All right,
That's what I was implying earlier.
it wasn't even funny. He was good for you.
Sniper shot.
So we were talking about like playing football and like lifting weights and shit, and he was like, "Did you ever do steroids?" I was like, "No, I did like a bunch of like late 90s over the counter stuff from GNC, so I was just basically on like legal speed the whole time. But I had a buddy who normally did steroids, and he was entering into a weightlifting like a bodybuilding competition, and
Were you hanging out with Lou Ferrigno? What?
just like another meathead dude that I knew, and he was like, so they're gonna test for steroids at this competition. And I'm like, okay. He's like, so I'm getting imported Russian wolf semen I found online where you can make that happen. I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, these Russian guys will sell you wolf semen. You can just do it, and then I'll get all the protein loads I need while still, making gains. And I'm like, yeah, no.
I don't think it works
Bro,
like that
that's
either.
the same lie you tell like the strange girl you're hooking up with. It's like, I don't know, I don't want to swallow it. You're like, it's full of protein. Like,
Yeah, the protein thing's a lie. Listen to a
it's straight
doctor
lie.
talk
Like,
about
yeah,
it.
why
It's-
would you think that you swallowing wolf semen is gonna get you?
It's got as much protein as a single peanut. That's how much protein your load has in it. Even if you're fucking Peter North and you're shooting a gallon of jizz a bust, like 3 peanuts worth of protein. There's nothing there. What are you talking about? Your friend's an idiot, is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, he was very dumb. Yeah, yeah. He was drinking wolf semen.
He was drinking it. He didn't even put it in like a gel cap and swallow that shit.
I love though. There's got to be. I just imagine because I'm like I guess Russian racist. In my head, I just picture like some Russian with like a bunch of like vodka bottles in a hut. And it's just like snowing hard
jacking
as
off
fuck.
into a fucking
just
test tube.
counting a stack of bills, just laughing like stupid Americans, just like laughing, just selling wolf semen.
It ain't wolf semen. He's selling fucking...
He's got 14
He's selling
pugs.
his
He got
own
14
semen.
pugs on treadmills behind him.
Why's it got to be a dog? Can't he just jack off into the vials?
Well, he could.
For sure.
but
How do you know that you're
I'm saying
getting
he has a lot of it
I
going
feel like the
out,
pugs
so.
is pretty funnier.
I would need a
And that's
video.
why he's shaped like that now.
Yeah.
I would need a video of them jerking the wolf off into the test tube so that I knew that I was getting 100%
You want to know you're getting
pure.
authentic wolf semen.
Exactly.
You're not.
If
You're
I'm drinking wolf semen, it better be from a wolf.
straight from
And
the tap.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Well, no, I don't want to jack the wolf off into my. That would be from the tap. All right.
I feel like though that this
secondhand wolf
guy
semen.
would also like old school meathead it, where it's like, nah, raw egg, dude, just taking it straight and just like shot back the wolf semen raw.
Oh, like a Rocky style situation.
Yeah, like
He's got
just
fucking
got to do it old school.
instead of
just
9
gotta do
eggs,
it to the
he's
head.
9 vials of semen in a big pint glass that he's just putting
back to
down while
back.
Mickey's screaming at him with a jump rope behind him.
How bummed would you be if you were getting stepped on wolf cum?
Oh, like
God.
cut wolf cum. What do you cut wolf cum with? More some other cum, some less expensive cum, pig cum. Like, oh god, damn it.
It's something from a pigeon. I squeezed it real hard.
Yeah.
It could be blood, it could be cum, who knows?
Yeah.
It came. It all comes out of the same.
Cut it
hole,
with
so-
pigeon milk.
Fight milk.
God damn. Yeah, I'd be pretty upset if I was getting stepped on wolf cum. I want 100% uncut Colombian wolf cum.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do it, you want the real shit.
Rub that shit on my gums. Like, yeah, oh, it's a little sticky. All right. Yeah.
And 3 weeks later, be like, I ruined my life with cum. I'm gonna mope my way through that first half of every podcast for the next month.
Can you imagine? Yeah, dude, if I was like sucking dicks, like for sure I'd ruin my life with sucking dicks. Like, I'm an idiot. I'd fuck my life up with anything. I am that, like, I used to think that I was like, Joe Rogan had that good ass joke about like, yeah, you can get addicted to weed, but you can also get addicted to cheeseburgers or like hitting yourself in the
Scratch
dick with
tickets.
a scratch offs and hitting yourself in the dick with a hammer if you're just a fucking idiot. And I'm a fucking idiot going like, yeah, he's right, weed's not addictive. Smoking weed every day of my childhood and then fucking my life up with weed. Like, yeah, I'm the idiot he was talking about. Like, I just can't. What you?
Did you fuck your life up on weed?
No, not on weed.
All
but-
right then.
No, but I
All
was
right,
definitely
but
a
it works
lazy,
better for the
fucking,
joke.
unmotivated
Goddamn.
piece of shit. Yeah, let's just.
Why did
pick
Luke
apart-
just turn into a Diaz brother all of a sudden? Like, you talking shit about weed, man?
Yeah, dude. You talking shit about my friend?
Yeah, not up in the 818, whatever dumb shit they say. What's the Stockton? What is the Stockton zip code or area code? You just gonna let me sit in it? Like, I don't fuck. I'm sorry, I don't know the 3 numbers that Nate Diaz is always throwing
You
out
just
there.
called it dumb. Hurt my
Oh,
feelings.
now you're pulling the jokes apart. When the jokes are about MMA, that's when we can pick them apart.
Yeah, show
That
some
is the
respect.
joke that I'm doing. Yes,
Better show
it's
some
way
respect.
better if you explain it.
Whatever, nerd. All right. I will sit in this moment for a minute.
All right, so I got pretty fucking jazzed up this week. I was at work having a terrible time, and then I saw something pop up on my phone. It was the trailer for Matrix 4.
I just saw Matrix the first time.
You sent that in the group chat, and I got jazzed up.
So yeah, the first one was fucking excellent. Like everything in that, I was like, it was like holy fucking shit. This is like where all that simulation theory shit
Yeah.
comes from for sure, without a doubt. Like everybody that thinks that they're pseudo smart on fucking Joe Rogan podcast, I'm like, you just watched The Matrix again. Like that's all that happened here. Like it's simulation theory. You mean The Matrix. You mean everything that you're talking about in that movie from 1999. You're a fool. So I'd watched that movie as a kid and didn't understand the concept at all, and watched it again like a month later as a kid, like that's 8 years old, and couldn't like digest the concept of The Matrix. And I was like, these movies fucking suck dick. And then I just had these movies suck dick mentality for all the way until I was almost 28
Just
years
being
old.
Cody about things.
Being
Yes,
myself.
that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I finally watched it, and I was like, I was wrong. 8-year-old me, turns out, I hate to admit this, 8-year-old me wasn't on point with this one.
Wasn't it the shit though? What
It
were
was
your thoughts
incredible.
on it, man?
It was fucking incredible. I mean, the only complaint that I had about the whole movie at all isn't even really a complaint. Like, they're doing a crazy weird sci-fi movie, and it's got some shitty graphics effects, but it's 1999, and it seems like this was like an underground film. Like it became a movie that had some budget to it, right? And people fucking loved it, but it didn't seem like this was a movie that was given some crazy fucked up insane budget to work with. I mean, they had Keanu Reeves and they had fucking I almost just said Forrest Whitaker. The fuck is wrong with me? Who plays Morpheus? What the fuck is his name? Don't leave me hanging on this.
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence
Yeah.
Fishburne.
Yeah, so those were both good actors at that time, so I'm sure that cost them a pretty penny. The special effects were top notch for that time. I mean, I've seen other movies around that time. not as good as like a Terminator or a Jurassic Park, but I don't think that they had that kind of budget, right? So
Correct.
it was fucking. That was my only complaint, and that's not really a complaint. And they still did a pretty good job with it, but it was just really interesting the way the story unfolded and just the whole like lore behind everything, the mythology of like the last human city is like close to the core because that's the only place on all of Earth that's still kind of warm is next to the core because we've nuked the entire planet to try to defeat the machines because they're powered by solar power and they're turning the human
Everyone
beings
else
into
has seen
batteries and they're living in these fucking prison systems and fucking everybody has to be woken up and Neo's the one and like there's an oracle and all this crazy shit. It was wild. It was
But there is
fucking
no spoon.
yeah, it's fucking. There's just you changing the world around this man.
But
I
also-
hated that was a little
But
stupid.
what's also crazy is that like Neo and the Oracle are like backup safety programs that were like set up.
You don't find that out
during the
until
fall and
later.
shit,
But I
right.
haven't watched the other two movies. But I hear they suck, so I don't know if I want.
I
to watch
liked them, but I also heard that this fourth one is supposed to, and this is just
Are they
rumor-
retconning 2 and 3?
Correct. It's supposed to take
People
place
are gonna be
after
stoked about
one
that.
because they're saying in this fourth one there's a Matrix
Within a Matrix.
the Matrix.
Inception Matrix. All right.
Halfway through, Keanu Reeves just turns into Leonardo DiCaprio.
God damn it, that would be amazing.
Like,
They
what?
somersault through the room with guns. Like,
I don't
come on,
know
we gotta
why-
do this quick.
I don't know why, but I just love the idea of like I can't remember the actress that plays the girl.
Oh, Trinity.
Yeah, I can't think of, I had her name just a second
She
ago.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I
to
just
the
like the idea of
internets.
picture like her and Keanu Reeves running down a hall, and then they just run through like a green force field, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Leonardo DiCaprio just come running out the other, and it just isn't addressed at all. It's just totally like they're wearing the same outfits and everything. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in like the skirt trench coat, like the black leather, and they're just running down the hall, and it just never addresses it at all. They just keep going that way for the rest of the
You
movie.
know what I want? If Matrix could be the greasy strangler. Shut up, Lloyd, and your dumb fucking ideas for the Matrix. No one wants to see that fucking movie. This is why no one ever give
watch
him
the fuck out of
No
that
one ever
movie.
give him
What?
$200 million for fucking
See?
Lloyd and his dumb stoner friends to watch make a
Cody
horrible
just-
movie.
I would love to watch
Cody's like-
Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Leonardo DiCaprio in leather shoot guns at future
Yeah, I was gonna
space.
say. I think
like,
most people would be
AI
like,
programs.
"Yeah, I'd watch that."
I would watch it.
You're
but
like, "I'll watch it,"
once.
and then I'll watch it 20 years later, and be like, "Oh, okay, it was good."
Well, I'm not 8 anymore. All right. There's a reason that I didn't get it the first time.
Yeah,
Carrie Ann Moss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carrie-Anne Moss, she was in a Marvel series. She was in Jessica Drew or Jones.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
I always
Was
say
that a good
Drew.
series?
That's
Yeah,
Spider.
it was
Yeah,
pretty good.
she was in Memento
Memento is that weird one, right? That they pull
and
backwards.
Disturbia.
Disturbia was great.
I've never seen Disturbia.
Dude, it was Shia LaBeouf. I liked it.
I mean, it's not.
I don't
bad,
hate
but-
Shia LaBeouf. I'm not like one
I-
of those guys.
there's-
Like everybody hates that guy, but I'm like I don't get it. There's
Very
some
few
movies that aren't
movies
good.
I hate. Very
I mean, I
few
don't like
movies.
the Indiana Jones. That movie sucked dick.
Yeah,
The
that was
Kingdom
terrible.
of the Crystal Skull. That was fucking terrible.
That was
I
terrible.
thought Peanut Butter Falcon was
Peanut Butter
fantastic.
Falcon
That was
was
a great movie.
amazing.
You know what else is great with him? We've talked about this before. I feel
Lawless.
like we're recycling, but Lawless,
Lawless?
was so good. Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
Lawless was good.
Tom Hardy and fucking Shia LaBeouf and whoever played the other. I just love those two older badass brothers that just like just old, not old, but just like hillbillies that beat the fuck out of people whenever the whole town's scared of them.
He was.
I don't know what it is about him, but I loved it.
He was in that movie with Brad Pitt where they were.
The Tank one.
Yeah,
Fury.
Fury. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Tank
awesome
would,
too.
Tank would know the Tank movie.
Yep.
I'll give Disturbia a chance.
brand.
You're saying Disturbia is good? Everybody else
I
was
like
like, nah.
Disturbia.
It's,
It was
I
one of
wouldn't
his
say it's
early
bad.
movies.
I'm just it's
You're on the fence?
it's like I wouldn't be like, oh, turn this shit off like if it was on, but I do also probably wouldn't like search it out. It was all right.
Yeah.
There's so many movies in front of it on the Bastard LLC list that we'll never get to. I keep like every time that we come across one of these conversations, I'm like, let's do it for Bastard LLC. But I'm like, how far down this Bastard LLC list would we eventually have to get before we got to Disturb? Would be the
Listen. When we get enough Patreon members, we can start to do that full time and more often and watch.
I was
more
gonna say
movies and
I
shit.
That'd be
showed-
awesome.
I showed Luke just like the rough list I wrote down out of my head the one day,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm like 14 fucking movies deep. I need to stop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we don't. That's fucking. If you think about it, it's more than 14 weeks because we can't even record every week. If you guys don't know what the fuck we're talking about, on our Patreon, we've got a Bastard LLC where we watch a movie together as a group, and random people jump in and out of this because I'm not always free, Luke's not always free, our schedules are fucked up. So Sarah and Luke and Lloyd are on an episode together, and then Lucia came on the first one, and then all three of us are on the True Romance one. But it'll just be a group of us watching a movie, and then we're gonna do a fucking anywhere from 45 to an hour, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, on a review or a companion piece for that podcast. Check that out on our Patreon. But
Can I pop in sometime?
Absolutely.
dude, please
I got
bring
a movie.
movie?
Repo Man with Emilio Estevez.
Yeah,
good.
dude,
For
come
sure.
on over.
Yeah.
When can we do this? Let's set it up after
I
the
might
podcast.
have that on DVD actually.
It's a good flick.
Yeah, I think
Let's-
I might actually have that.
Let's schedule it.
Let's schedule that for the net. Well, we have to do yours first. We got to do your.
I mean, it don't matter, dude.
Don't do it the way that you do guests on the Bastard Sermon. Like once every fucking fiscal quarter, you're like, I have somebody, and then 2 days before the podcast, they're like, they canceled. Like, all right,
They're Nazis.
yeah. Well, so he's here, but I didn't know he had a swastika face tattoo.
Wait,
and
what
that's-
am I supposed to not do?
that's my fault.
I don't think I'm planning on bringing Nazis.
No,
to
I'm saying
Bastard
don't.
LLC.
No, I'm saying don't be like, I'll eventually do my movie and just never do your movie because
I
we're too
will.
busy telling
I
you
will, I
what
will.
movies we're doing. Let's do your movie next, and then we'll book Mansfield's.
Okay.
I want to watch Shin Godzilla with you sometime because when you came on my podcast, you just told me the entire movie. so since you already explained
a terrible-
everything that happened, I have to watch this movie with you.
I have
What
a
is this?
terrible habit.
Shin
of doing-
Godzilla.
I
Shin
listened to
Godzilla.
that. I wanted to watch Iron Blooded Orphans. Still haven't.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
still sold on that.
Do it.
I haven't stopped thinking about it because of how good Luke made it sound on your podcast. Like it was.
It's
just
really
like,
dark. It's really brutal, but it's so badass all at the same time. But yeah, Shin
dude.
Godzilla is great. It's one of it's probably my favorite adaptation of Godzilla.
Is it an anime? Tell me more.
No, it's like
You can't just be like
it's live
cool.
action, but like
I like
the animation, like the computer CGI that they use for the Godzilla is very different. It's computer, but it's like if computer did a claymation type style, like
It's like the
old
cape
school
from Spawn?
suits. It's weird.
Yeah, so from what I've seen of it, I collect Godzillas, and like if you do that, like most of the suit doesn't really change that much
Right.
throughout like the 60s, 70s, and even into the 80s, and then there was a bit of a redesign in the 90s and then in the 2000s, but like a lot of Godzilla looks the same,
Correct.
and Shin Godzilla is cool because it's a Godzilla that can mutate. So it really takes like what you know about Godzilla, but it takes in this very never before seen style of what Godzilla is.
So it's T-1000 Godzilla.
Yes.
You like
That's
see
sick.
it egg form, larva form, like on its knees, and then
Oh, dude, I'm
like,
in.
pre-Godzilla, then
He wouldn't like that
Shin Godzilla, and then there's like the form you see at the end of the movie, and there's like a whole art book that they release. Where like this is what Godzilla would have turned into afterwards. And
I'm sold, dude.
after that, and yeah,
That sounds sick. Why wouldn't I like it?
No, I was saying he wouldn't like the part where Godzilla's on his knees. Doesn't like people kneeling.
Ah, yes. Kneel to no one,
they're
motherfuckers.
pussies, dude. If
That was
you kneel,
segue
dude, you're a
that you
pussy.
talk about your thing.
Where does kneel to no one come from, by the way?
It was
You're like, I know,
Old-
bitch.
his
That's
old
where it comes
Xbox
from.
handle,
Ain't no
dude.
busters up in this brand.
no, there was like there was this like tag team that I liked, and they had like this whole like the Mighty Don't Kneel thing, and I'm like, I don't think I'm like that cool. Where like I'm like not kneeling to like kings or something, but I'm like I do think that that's kind of a good idea of like just take care of yourself and like just make your own way and like don't depend on other people as much as you can and just try to figure it out. Like just don't kneel to people over bullshit.
Oh yeah, it's a good
love
phrase. It makes you look tough when you wear the t-shirt.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah, it's +5 tough factor to you.
Yeah, and
Going D&D fucking
Intimidation
stats.
factor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't have the stat
Fucking
sheet in front of me.
idiot, dude.
I need to not name stuff because
Failed your dex roll.
because I
Roll
end up
initiative.
yeah. Everything just sounds like metal tough guy shit, and it's like, well, that's dumb.
Well, I
Like-
mean, it works though. It's fucking awesome. What are you doing with Kneel to No One right now? Tell people what the fuck. What are you doing? You got glasses. You got new designs. You got t-shirts. What do you got?
Glasses right now. Made some stuff for the current soccer season, but that has nothing to do with the team. But if you're into lions and stabby heads, that's cool. And then I reprinted the first glass, but I did like a different color of it. And basically, I'm just doing like limited edition releases of glasses so that once they sell out, like that's the only time you can get that color. So I'm kind of treating it like vinyl records, where it's like there's a certain limited run of the same image, but then you can get it in different colors while at the same time making new stuff.
I love that it has a collection aspect to it because it fits so much. It fits so well into the What You Into brand that you're putting out there. Like you get like a limited run of the glasses that you can collect, and now I've got the black one, the very first one, and shit like that, and I've got the green one and the red one now, and it's in the backpack this time.
You got the original back?
I still have the original. I've always
you
had the
always had
original.
yours? Yeah, I
yeah.
don't
The
have
other
mine.
ones got left at Pat's house. I don't have the goblet. Those are still at Pat's house, and I keep forgetting to get them.
Both of mine
Ask for 'em back.
Patrick's.
Start with, I'm sorry for being a dick, Patrick. Can I have my glasses back?
When was I?
I don't know.
Can-
On every podcast since he quit.
Could this be the thing that brings you two back together?
The last time we were in this basement, Luke.
What?
The last time we were in this basement,
You were not happy.
you were so
I
mad.
feel
at
like
Pat.
I was justifiably upset.
All right.
Am I wrong? But anyway.
No, you're not wrong.
You
That's all
looked
right.
at me. How the fuck would I know?
Look,
He's like, am I wrong? Looked over towards me. I'm like, I don't know.
I looked up at the TV.
I was like, I have no fucking idea, man.
I realized it made Luke wildly uncomfortable. Moving on. Six Bomb Boards is back.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute. I'm seriously though. Fucking, since COVID, everything's been fucking shut down.
Yeah, been shut down.
Nobody's been able to do live events and shit like that. Where can people go and fucking check out? And what is Six Bomb Boards for people that you haven't been on in a while, man? Tell people about the shit. We never talk about it.
So live art is where so it got started up by my buddy Justin Stewart down in Lexington, and basically what he did was he got like 6.5 foot tall boards that were portable. He could put them in the back of his car, take them wherever he wanted to go, and then people could post up and do live art. And so I did that a bunch of different times when I visited Lexington, and I was like, hey dude, can I do like a Cincinnati chapter of this? And he was like, absolutely. So that's just basically the idea, is like trying to create a community where artists can get together and do art together and just hang out, because like all the other art stuff, like all the performing arts, like, you know, even singular stuff like stand-up comedy, yeah, you're alone on stage, but you still have a community of people around you. You're still interacting with people. Or like with music, you're in bands, you're always around people, actors, you know, if you're in theater, if you're in a choir, just anything. All these people that are in performing arts always have a system of people that are around. Visual arts, we're typically pretty fucking alone. Like we're stuck at home because we're making shit and we don't get to leave, and you get really
And
kind of
leaving the house sucks.
yeah,
Let's
and you
not
get
forget
really
that.
weird and isolated. And so it's just good to go hang out with people and like do something that you enjoy doing, but at the same time, like you get to see your friends.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Do you guys give out like a topic sheet that the drawings are based off of, or do people just freeball a design?
Basically what ends up happening is wherever we're at an event at, so if we're like at a movie theater, like whatever the movie is, you draw the characters from the movie, or like if we're at a brewery, the tap list is the prompt, so you like pick one of the names of the beers and you draw it.
That's fucking awesome, man. Can you get wild style? Just make a drawing that's completely forged out of penises, just dicks and balls that form the entire drawing. Like it's a monkey made of penises, made of monkey penises.
Does
it gotta be family friendly?
Board at 6 Bomb Boards.
Just trying to figure this out before I sign up. Yeah, how far can I push this envelope? Can I go fucking super bad, like just fucking one dick drawing after another, just hyper detailed dick drawings all over the 6 Bomb Board?
I mean, I
thing?
feel like if it was done well, it'd be okay, you know? if you figure out a way to make this fucking work.
What are you drawing? Hard ass dick. I think it's a 3 Floyds. I don't fucking know.
It's a double IPA.
It's an interesting line work you guys set up there. It looks like maybe a waterfall or maybe an
No, it's a
elephant.
hard ass dick.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
but you didn't put any soft ones in there? Like, what kind of person do you take me for? No, draw us a soft dick in public, lady.
Yeah, this is supposed to be fantasy art, all right?
Jesus.
Something that I can't achieve in real life. That's what I'm drawing.
Slowly just morphs into a Blue Chew ad.
Yeah,
Please
what am I supposed
sponsor us?
What do you want me to do next, lady? A fat, hobbled man with long hair and big perky man tits and a tiny little penis? Yeah, with warts all over his dick. Is that what you want? Is that what you want me to... Like, crying as I'm drawing on the board. Cutting
No
myself.
one sees me.
How performance art can you get with the 6 Bomb Boards? Can you go full fucking mayhem in the 90s, cutting yourself and bleeding on the audience while you're drawing?
We haven't hit that yet. I'm really concerned that we're gonna get like some like early 20s art school kids that show up and like want to do something where they like dip themselves in ink and like smash against the board or something. It's like, oh fuck no, don't do that.
Well, I mean, don't you control who signs up for this fucking event?
Can you be like, nah?
Do you just offer it to anybody that's an art student?
And so what I normally do is, here's what ends up happening every fucking time. It's the weirdest thing. So every time I do this, people are always like, "Oh man, I didn't know this was happening." And it's like, this guy was awesome. So we were in Norwood, and we were doing this shit at Paper Street Comics. Shout out to Jimmy over there, or at Paper Street Company. Fuck, why am I fucking this up? This is what happens when you go on a podcast. Anyway, I'll look it up. So what happened was we were over there for comic book store day, and this dude jumps out of his car, and he's like, Paper Street Trading Company. There we go. This dude jumps out of his car, and he's like, "Everybody's out here drawing today? Why didn't anybody tell me?" And I was like, "Oh man," I'm like, "Well, I didn't have your number, so I couldn't text you." And he was like, "I mean, I should have known." And I was like, "All right." And I'm like, "Are you an artist?" And he's like, "I drew this shirt, both sides," and like just starts pointing at his fucking shirt, and it's like this terrible anime shit that he did. And I'm like,
It's just the N-word on both sides of the t-shirt.
Jesus.
With the R spelled backwards in crayon. I made this shirt. What do you mean? Of course I'm an artist.
All the letters are just hard dicks.
There's a small baby that's in the grill of the car.
Did you
that he's
even
driving.
know, dude?
"No, of course I didn't know."
And
Why'd
he's
you
mad
text
at
me, man?
you.
He just got that aggressive with you?
Yeah,
outside of the fucking car. The car's still running. It's not a park. It's mowing down
Bro,
civilians.
you are nicer than I, Mansfield. I would have. I'm like, God, I don't even know you, dog. Why would I call you?
Sir, have you tried sucking a dick today?
Well, that was
Because
the
I'm
thing.
gonna
That's
have
why I
to
was
advise
drawing
you.
him, and I was like, "No." I was like, "I didn't have your phone. I couldn't call you." And he was like, and that's what he goes. I'm like, "All right, man. Well, cool." And he's like, "Yeah, I can draw." I'm like, "All right, man. Cool."
Fuck yeah, dude.
And that was
Man,
kinda,
that's sick, dude.
but what I learned from that is I totally had a missed opportunity, because ever since that day I was like, if people come up and do that, either they're going to be really good or they're just going to fucking bomb. And so now every time somebody comes up and does that, which has happened a few more times since then, I'm like, "Hey man, paper's here, pens are there, hit it up."
You let him bomb? Oh, that's so fucking awesome. Tell us the bomb stories, please.
Nobody wants to step up and do it yet.
Really?
Yeah, people, because people aren't expecting you to fucking pull, like, to do that. Like
They think they're like big dicking you. They think that they're like fucking.
They think it's a deal where it's like they can come up and like talk and be like, "Oh yeah, I can draw," and blah 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 blah, and then you're gonna be too busy. You're not gonna let them draw. And then I'm just like, "No man, come on up." And then people,
Yeah, it's paper and there's plenty of space. You can come draw.
Yeah,
I
and-
bet you suck at it. Go ahead.
and then
Good
people
luck, stupid.
automatically back out.
Yeah, what a bunch of pussies. Somebody's got to go up there and go full Gigi Allen on that board, just take a shit right in the middle of the board, make you regret your whole life of like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna show them, I'm gonna let them do it if they say it, and just pull their pants down, and just start smashing glass into their teeth and shitting on the
someone
board.
should
Like,
just go there
all
and
right,
do
well,
that
I
and
see.
Chase away your whole crowd and following, and never be allowed to do that at any location
Make
ever
them
again.
completely regret.
It's a terrible idea.
Everything was.
I'm not saying someone should do it. I'm just saying if anyone had any fucking balls, they would show up. If any of you pussies listening had even a single nut between your legs, then you would go down to the very next. When's the next 6 event?
It's gonna be Saturday at Street Side for their 5th anniversary.
Yeah, you come down there with a gun and you.
God,
you have any balls at all-
dial it back.
So what?
Let's dial
Jesus
that back.
So what I just heard was John Holmes. Cody's calling you out.
What's that?
That's what I just heard is John Holmes. Cody's calling you out.
Oh my
Come on, John.
God.
Bring your gun to the.
That was.
But please don't actually bring a gun.
That
I'm
was
just
a
kidding.
20
Everything I say
on
in this
the
podcast
scale
is
of
for
10.
satire. Everything I say in this podcast is satire, especially all the illegal shit.
Anyways. Next.
I'm just saying. Is it a Stanhope joke? Go get your dad's gun, be somebody.
Yeah.
Or is that David? That's a David Tell
Yeah,
joke.
I agreed, and then I was sitting there like nodding to myself, like, no.
Yeah, no, that's the Skanks for the Memories line. Yeah, I'm sorry that I told people to bring a gun to your event.
Thanks, man. Like, it's Ohio. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah,
You know what?
we got some.
Instead, bring one to our next recording of the Bastard Sermon podcast on Hamilton Avenue.
Dude, we probably have some sort of idiot like who will show up like, hey, like, but for real though, for the joke, I really did bring a gun.
We have
like,
so
show
many-
it to
You know
him.
what? There's one of the guys that like I was talking about that sent me the messages, and based on the shit I've seen him post on Facebook since then,
John, is it John?
I don't remember. It's 3 names.
John Raymond Matheny? Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he probably will.
Well, he's
It's a
in
good thing he
South.
lives a couple states away.
He's in
Right.
like rural South
Thankfully.
Carolina, like fucking hillbilly buttfuck North Carolina or some shit like that.
I mean, I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying he seems like the kind of person who'd be like, just for the shits and giggles, like, yeah, I did bring a gun.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, like,
2 guns.
Yeah.
we were joking. He's like, yeah, I am too.
2A, motherfucker. Got him.
Yeah, as he's loading it up. Yeah, I'm kidding too.
Anyone seen a clock tower around here?
Yeah. All right. What is this? Texas? They yeah. Bring your guns.
Bring
All right. Can we move on? Don't bring guns. Don't
I'm having
bring
too much
guns.
fun with the concept of somebody going full open carry at the 6-pound boards of it. I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but it's just so funny to me. The idea that somebody would actually show up with like 2 AR-15s just strapped for Columbine.
Dude,
with a full
think-
propane
I
tank.
think I'll finally quit the show when we have a like rest in peace Anthony Tate Mansfield and Cody's just like, what a fucking idiot for like 10 minutes. That'll be the episode I'll probably have to finally walk away from.
the conversation beforehand. Cody's like, dude, the ratings are gonna be fucking dope for this one. So many people are gonna listen to this one.
Yeah, and then
you guys-
and then Luke
wait, we-
releases the episode and he spells Mansfield's fucking name wrong.
It'll be
I loved it. I
it'll
loved
be
it.
Anthony like helicopter Manfield.
Anthony Bank.
It'd be Tonk.
Anthony Bank landslide. Like, how did you do this? How the fuck did you do this?
you guys
I got
please-
on the fucking. Please. Also, I'm kidding about the guns. If you fucking psychos bring guns to the fucking event, I'll be so upset. And also, I'm not coming to the event.
That's
now
like
that I've said
that's like
this.
Inception, dude. That's like don't think about elephants and like oh, no elephants though.
There's gonna be so many guns in the next one. It's gonna be an NRA meeting at the
I
next.
will
6
say
months.
though, if somebody just like brings like one of the fake ones that kind of looks real and just stands up and starts pulling it out, like staring at something, like
Yeah, that would be hilarious. I'm sure that everyone would get a kick out
if
of that.
someone walked right up in front, like let's say you're at the next thing and someone just walks directly up in front of you and just starts to pull like a fake gun out, I'm gonna laugh. I mean, if they end up shooting you, I'll stop then, but probably.
Yeah. You're going to be the one that pulls the gun out. I'm almost
No.
certain. It sounds like you're the one that's going to
If I kill you, it's gonna be with my bare hands.
You dress like
I
you just
believe
took
it.
over a... Well, it kind of looks like you just took over the Kabul International Airport right now. Fucking... What are you doing with your Taliban beard right now?
I don't know, how did I
Trim that
become-
fucking thing up.
Now I'm just picturing like Al Qaeda with man buns.
That would be sick, dude.
It could be the next move.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I don't know.
What was I talking about before the guns? You look so depressed that we started talking about your thing. I'm sorry.
If I do die, will you guys please all get like matching tall white tees with my face airbrushed on them?
For sure.
Hell yeah, thanks,
And
guys.
oh, I remember. Yeah, I get on the fucking to go look at however Luke possibly fucked up the thing that I already spelled for him. I send Luke the fucking MP3 files to upload the episode after I've edited it painstakingly and fucking put a video together after figuring out how the goddamn video program works. And then I get it to him with the title on it. I don't let him figure out the title. All he's got to do is upload it and write a description
That's
and
not
hit
true.
upload. And every week something goes fucking completely awry.
It's
For the
also
last
not
6
every
months.
week.
For the last 6 months, he's done this hilarious prank where he just hasn't wrote a description because I was doing it for the big end of the year show. You guys were gonna think it was hilarious. In the
You're
meantime, robbing
ruining. We're
all
supposed
the.
to talk about this
We will.
on the end of the year. And
No
you're
one will
talking
remember
about
this.
It now.
No one will. Okay,
Everyone's
fine.
gonna remember it.
So this time, his hilarious prank was his dead friend that we named the episode "Rest in Peace, Robert Rendles." Rendles? What the fuck?
Are you saying it how he spelled it?
Exactly. Yeah.
It was Robert Reynolds.
Yeah, your dead friend that you brought on the podcast. And also, how come
I brought my dead friend on the podcast. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's your dead friend, and you spelled his name wrong. What are you doing? How did you fuck that up this time? Go ahead, tell me the harrowing story of
just
how you have to
happens.
upload the podcast with your phone.
It just happens. But also when you
it doesn't just happen. You
It
get
just
too high,
happens.
you do too many drugs, and then you don't upload shit correctly.
I do
Even
just
when I
type
was-
it up and it's just misspelled.
Calm down
It
there,
just
Chris.
happens.
It's not no, not just because I'm sober. He did,
And
this-
also like
he
when
did
you
this before when I wasn't
when you
sober.
do upload episodes on Ellipsin, it just says in all capitals 179 dash and then the episode title in all caps.
Okay.
So it's
Sober Cody's just turned into Gene Simmons, where anybody having
No,
fun
Cody
is
loves busting my balls like it's Christmas morning. It's just he can fuck up all day and night on like the same issues.
What the fuck is your family doing on Christmas morning?
Yeah, that's my question.
busting my balls?
Yeah, he was just before the podcast started. Mansfield's done his best to be the best host
why
ever.
are we talking
He gave us
about this?
a DoorDash order.
What are we doing?
Oh, we shouldn't talk about this.
No.
All right.
This is a terrible mood for the
Like,
podcast.
hey, you guys want to be sad for a while?
You fucking idiot.
Let's go from dead guys and bringing guns to like sad parenting
Jesus
shit.
Christ, let's
Fine,
make the
fine.
show fun again.
Okay, I'll make it fun again. Norm Macdonald died.
God damn.
I heard he's been battling cancer for
Who
10
brought the
years.
fucking good news bearer? Someone get this little bitch some money.
I
Jesus.
hate that celebrities are just battling cancer and not saying anything about it.
I mean,
Just
I get it.
disappearing.
Because you know what?
hate that. Why do you hate that?
Bumming me out, dude. Well, I mean, let people
How do you
know.
think they fucking feel?
Yeah, they're dying of cancer, you fool.
Sucks to suck, but let people who love you know. You know what I mean?
Well, I think probably he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna beat this. It's gonna be okay."
Oh, really?
So-
You're gonna crush that stage 4 lung cancer, bro?
I'm saying when it started, he's probably like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this to myself because if I get better, then."
And also, it's nobody else's business.
Yeah.
Like, celebrities already have to unwillingly live their whole life online for the sake of their money and their future and their family's future. So, like, let's save the...
Oh, is it hard being rich and well known and getting to do whatever you want and go wherever you want all over the world? Oh, it's so hard that people get to care about you all over the world. Oh,
Luke was so hurt as a child.
fuck out of here.
Luke was so hurt as a child. Oh my god. Can you imagine if you had this brain with a rich man's bank account and cars and ability to fly around the world?
dead in
You
a
would be
month.
the same person. You would for sure be dead. You'd be on heroin tonight.
I'd be dead in a month.
You'd be shooting heroin in his bathroom right now.
fuck.
Luke is definitely one of those babies that didn't get held for the first 3 months.
Didn't get held. I think they threw it in a fucking cage with T-Bone and just walked away for a while. Like, what is your
It
big
was
hold
like
up about? Like,
fisticuffs. They
them
threw
not-
McDonald chicken nugget boxes in there. It was
How
like
are you
lit.
How are you more broken than Lloyd? I don't even understand how.
that's
this
what I'm
is
saying. Like,
possible.
what's your big thing about like people telling you? Do like your parents just like put down like 4 of your pets? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's stage 4 lung cancer. We just didn't tell you. They just like randomly like.
I didn't have my first pet till 6th grade.
And then my dad strangled it in front of me. And
Yeah,
guilted me about
yeah.
it.
Don't tell me how this ends. It sounds like it's gonna be horrific.
No, that cat ran away of old age and passed
I'm sure
away.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
My parents told me it was my
like
fault every day for
16.
3 years. They'd wake me up. Hey, wake up! Time for school. Cat ran away because of you.
Remember, it's your fault.
The cat ran away because of you.
Me and your mom won't get divorced because neither of us wants to be stuck with you alone. Have a good day at school.
Mansfield, your parents
That was
are
a
like
real
still.
conversation.
Both your parents are like still around. Did your parents fuck you up at all? Did they do anything fucked up to you?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah,
Are they gonna hear this? Should we
yeah. They
not talk
might.
about
They
it?
might.
Oh fuck, dude! Do you ever talk about it, or is your life open like that?
Nah, I don't know, man. I think I was just brought up in small town America in the 80s and 90s. So there was just a lot of shit that your parents don't know then that you could know now if you went on the internet, but they didn't know. They were just trying to raise a kid. So
We didn't know not to hit them in the face with our fists. What? That's just how. I don't know. It's how I was raised.
yeah, I also think being raised as an only child was fucking weird for me because I tend to want to be alone a lot. So I don't know if that's normal or not, but it's normal for me. So, but it seems like it's a little fucking off and weird.
I don't know. I was raised with 2 brothers, and I want to be alone a lot too.
Yeah.
Mostly because they beat the shit out of me a lot. So,
They beat the shit out of you. What do your fucking brothers look like?
Waylon looked like a bigger version of him when he was 14.
Okay.
Same build, and Mark's 6'3".
Mark's the bald version of you. Thanks for subscribing, Mark. We appreciate your $5.
Doesn't mean he's listening to the episode.
I don't think he will. But I don't think he looks that much like me. But
We got Lloyd's whole family to pay for the podcast. His fucking cousins were over, and I was like, give me $5 for the Patreon. They were like, all right. We also gave him hoodies and shit like that. All right. This is a weird tone for the podcast to take.
Yeah, you want to talk about childhood dramas? I was just trying to avoid that very thing 5 minutes ago.
Guys, let's take a gun to our parents' house. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm gonna Robert Reynolds speech this. Hold on, everybody gets upset when I say take a gun and bring it to your parents' house. But you didn't hear me all the way out. Kill your parents too. Take the gun and shoot your parents with
And
it.
blame it on NASA. NASA did it.
It's all those space queers trying to keep us from the ice wall and the fucking. Oh, here's one. I was in my car the other day with the windows rolled down because I don't have any air conditioning, and I'm driving down the street.
Sucks.
And I don't listen to fucking music hardly ever, but I do listen to Come Town in my car. And sometimes I get so absorbed in my podcast that I don't realize that there's a world around me and my speakers are real loud. Because as the wind is whooshing through your car, it's especially hard to. I mean, you can make out what a song's saying. Like, you can kind of bang your head to anything while the fucking. And you could turn up music real loud, but like in order to be able to make out the words that somebody's trying to articulate in a fucking podcast, you gotta turn it way up. And my podcast is turned way the fuck up. And Nick Mullins in a bit where as I pull up to the red light to the car next to me that's all the way down, the bit goes a little something like this. Faggot, I don't talk to Indian people like that. And then he has a soundboard where he can go like the boop sound effect, and he clicks that so it sounds like he said the N-word. And I look over, and it's like an 80-year-old black lady staring at me. And I was like, I am so uncomfortable right now. And had to drive off at the speed of light immediately afterwards. Yeah, I was like, there's a thing on Time Sucks podcast that he calls Cummins Law, because he's always you guys ever listen to Time Suck? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Dan Cummins will always throw in, like, it's a history podcast, but like he's a comedian and he throws in like fun things in the middle of it, like to fuck with people or whatever. He's got where he just riffs and it'll be really fucking funny. There's one called Whipple where he's like, in this
Whipple,
podcast,
fuck your family.
yeah, and it's loud as fuck. And like it happened to me at work where I got Cummins Lawed where he's just like, Whipple, fuck you, drink my fucking energy drink, suck a dick, and it was like, kill your family. It was something like that, real loud, and it was on. I didn't bring my headphones to work, and I was listening to it on like a fucking speaker in our open kitchen, and it was the only time there was a family of people in the restaurant all fucking day long because it's dead there. And then just like it's screaming Whipple, and I can't get my phone to turn on to pause it.
Kill yourself and your family.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck your family, drink Whipple.
Yeah, exactly. It was like that, and he's screaming it. You can hear the veins of his neck popping out. Yeah, it was fantastic. All right, guys, all right? Well, I guess I made it awkward, so I got to sit in the awkward. It's all right. Hold on, I'll fold my arms and sit here.
Have you guys watched any movies recently?
Yeah,
Aside from The Matrix?
I watched True Romance the other day.
I haven't seen that.
You've never seen True
Nope.
Romance? Holy fucking shit! You gotta watch that. Yeah, I'll let you borrow it. It's fucking awesome. Or just buy
It's
it
on-
on YouTube. It's on. Do you have HBO?
I do have HBO.
It's on HBO right now.
Fuck yeah.
Watch that tonight. It's so
Or-
fucking good.
Yeah. Fuck whatever you were going to do. Watch a movie.
Yeah, seriously. Whatever
Thanks
you're
for
gonna
having us
do.
over at your house. Do what I say.
Yeah, whatever you're gonna do wasn't as cool as
What's that? You were going to spend time with your wife and have a relationship? Pff, no.
Don't kneel to her. Watch this movie.
Yeah, watch this movie.
Yeah, your own shirt says kneel to no one. Come on, what are you gonna do?
It's true. That's how I'm running my marriage now. Where I'm just like I'm making decisions.
Read the shirts, lady. Come
Yeah,
on, I gotta print it on all
It's
my
on a
cups.
T-shirt.
Sometimes I have to live by the brand, babe. Come on.
I would love if he just like got all of his tattoos covered up with just kneel to no one, like the hat, the shirt. That's all. You should always be branding.
I really need to like get it like over an eyebrow.
Yeah,
And just really fucking lean into this, and like just like, and then I see people just like point to it and be like,
Hey,
yeah.
if you pay for
No,
it,
just
I'll
shave
get
off
the
your
brand
must-
tattooed on me.
Shave off your
Oh, yeah,
mustache
Luke.
and just get it tattooed across here.
We're in the mustache line. We're like, now my mustache is just kneeling to no one. Hell yeah, dude. That's the way to go.
Yeah, dude, that'd be fucking sick.
Oh man, I'm so stoked you guys are doing my marketing now.
Get the car wrapped and kneel to no one.
Get a big final wrap of it.
Kneel to no one. ... And bring a gun.
Jesus.
Why do you get so weird about it? Play along. What are you doing? Nobody's gonna really bring a gun. And if they do, can you imagine the press this podcast is gonna get? Oh my god, we're gonna be famous
told you.
tomorrow. This would be
told you.
awesome. This is good for us, I promise. Let's be the podcast that encourages people to shoot people. We'll start a
Tragic.
death cult podcast. It'll be sick. Don't actually kill anybody. I'm kidding. This whole thing's a joke.
Do it.
You know how cool it'd be if someone brought a gun, but for real though, don't do it. But seriously, it'd be sick if you did, but
Yeah.
also don't do it.
You're not a
For
true
real,
fan
though.
of the podcast unless you bring a gun. But don't do it.
You have free Patreon access if you do, but don't.
I'll send it to you directly. I mean, let me know your plan, and I'll make sure that you're covered. But I'm kidding. But it's just a joke. So, anyways, this episode is sponsored.
The dead.
Yeah, we want to give a moment of silence to all the people that this podcast got murdered. Sorry.
All the proceeds that go to neiltoknoone.com will go to Lauren.
Lauren and Jet.
Am I dead in this situation?
Oh, they're bringing a gun to your
This is the
thing.
future read of Neil to No One.
I come here, you guys do a fucking podcast, and I get fucking assassinated.
I don't want you to.
Well, you're putting it out there like
No.
you
But
do.
also, it'd be sick if you did.
I mean,
He's gonna want you to die, but I mean, you just die.
Yeah.
for the betterment of my career.
Yeah, you should die.
I'm just kidding. Don't kill anybody. I don't know. Is this too much? Is this too
It's
fucked up?
fine.
I feel like it's fine, but I've never seen Tank's mouth so gritted my whole life.
Shut up.
All right, fair
Well,
enough.
I didn't spend the last half hour contemplating my own death. So
He's like, but you've brought it up quite a bit.
you're like, but no,
Enough to
really.
be a little disturbing.
Yeah, if
Cody's like, no, man. I just like if you die, I'm just gonna move in your house and like
Yeah.
I'll have a bar and stuff now, right?
Hey, look at that. Huh? Oh, your wife's now my wife. Huh, check that out. I'm living a pretty fucking sweet life.
is that how wives and podcasts or wives and bars work? Because dude, that's a fucking sick. For sure, bring a gun.
For sure, bring a gun.
Yeah, dude, that's a sick deal. This house is sweet. I love this house. Dude, bring a gun. All right, this episode, as all episodes, is sponsored by the amazing, the talented, the
Guns.
wonderful, the incredible Bring a Gun. Neil to Nolan.
Or are we rapping?
If we're at 53 minutes, so we're going to do our reads. Pull
Okay.
yours up while I'm doing this so that you're not fumbling through your phone while I'm filling dead air like I'm doing right now. The amazing, talented, incredible long dick wizard, Anthony Tank Mansfield,
Your
is sitting
read is
with us
30 minutes long. I
right
would've
now.
pulled it up.
It's great. It's his product line is awesome. Bring a gun, and it's neiltoknoone.bringagun.com. And you can find his amazing selection of T-shirts, enamel pens,
www.tankisdead.
T-shirts, enamel pens, glassware, guns, and custom art starting at $30. Bring a gun if you want it for
Holsters.
free. And
Custom bullet packs.
check out What You Into, a podcast about collecting guns. Actually, the last one that I listened to was about guns. It's kind of fucking crazy.
Fair enough.
I feel like he's sitting here like, first time meeting this one, last time having this one on.
Yeah, I'm not welcome in this home anymore. I'm sorry. Do you still want to be friends, though?
He's like, oh,
If I'm
Patreon,
alive,
Facebook.
sure.
As soon as the Patreon's over, he just like choke slams Cody into the corner.
I deserve it. All right. Yeah, buy his shit. He's awesome. I fucking love him. Don't assassinate him, but bring a gun. Luke?
We're also sponsored by Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. As someone who likes to abide by the devil's lettuce, let me tell you, Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop's got the best equipment for it. You got water pipes, bowls, the works, man, I'm telling you. They got papers, they have Delta 8 carts and nugs. They've got Kratom. Whatever it is you need for the smoke
Wolf semen?
lifestyle, they've got it at Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. What was
The
it?
wolf semen?
Wolf semen, yeah, even wolf semen. They've got exactly what you need to take in that wolf semen properly. And if you want to check out Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop, they have two stores. One at which is at 11424 Montgomery Road, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45249. And the other one is at 937 Monmouth Street, Newport, Kentucky, 41071. Let them know you're a bastard, and they'll give you 15% off your next order.
Or you could use the Bring a Gun discount, and you will get the
Everything
cash
for free.
register for free.
And arrested.
I don't recommend you use the Bring a Gun
Jesus
discount.
Christ.
Please don't rob our sponsors. But if you do, you get free Patreon access.
Listen to
Just kidding. It's a joke.
Listen to Fuck You We Like the Bengals.
We just need one person to rob it and leave a note saying they did
And
it because of us.
the new
Are
companion.
you serious? Could we be in trouble?
Yeah.
Wait, really? Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure this might fuck up your sponsorship.
Yeah.
You mean they won't like it if we told them?
To show up with guns and take their...
I'm saying to not do it.
To show up and commit armed robbery.
Don't say
yes.
it at all. It goes without saying you don't need to rob a store, bud. You Fucking
He's like,
A.
rob the other stores, but not the ones that sponsor us.
Okay, fine. Bring a gun to the other stores, not our stores.
The gun-friendly store.
I didn't say what to do with the gun. It's not. We're in an open carry state. You can
told
bring a
them
gun
to get
anywhere.
the register for free.
Yeah.
I
You
told them
literally told them
I
exactly
told them you could.
how to commit.
I said
armed
with a
robbery.
gun you could get the register free. I didn't say how. I didn't give them the instructions or the ingredients.
You described
You need
armed
bullets.
robbery.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was armed robbery for sure.
All right. Well, bring a gun.
You're
Double down. Send me to jail, officer.
How? I don't know. Is it obvious? It's not obvious that it's satire. You can't say fucking anything. You can't tell people to rob a store
It's
anymore.
all satire
I thought this was
until
America.
it's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's satire up until someone goes, "I was listening to it." And
The
they, told me,
bastard sermon, yeah.
Cody Hucker has
Cody
good
Hucker
points.
told me to do
they
it.
told me if
I
I,
didn't tell anybody to do anything.
told me if I murder Tank and then rob a store, he'll love me.
No, you just said
Bring a
that.
gun.
Now that was his voice. You heard his voice. Now Lloyd's also
Bring a
culpable.
gun.
That's Lloyd's voice again.
Don't buy guns, buy Gundam models.
For real, don't bring a gun. I'll be so mad if I have to go
you
to
know
court
what?
for this
Someone
stupid
bring a
podcast.
fucking gun. God damn it.
God, Jesus.
Give
if
me
I,
one right now.
If I have to go to court because of this dumb podcast because I made a joke that I thought was funny, I would be so mad.
I mean, I guess if you're a gun, you just bring guns everywhere.
That's
And
true.
laser swords.
Yeah. All right, yeah, and fuck you like the Bengals. That's a podcast about bringing a gun to a store and robbing them with the gun.
Or to a sporting event.
Or to a sport.
Yeah,
event.
take it to Paul Brown Stadium.
Oh my god.
Get nuts.
Don't do that.
Yeah, for sure.
He said go nuts.
I'm just saying, like, there's a way less chance you missing there.
I feel like they get you in the way in, though. Like,
you can't.
You got to get through the metal detectors.
That 54-year-old woman who's like on her third job of the day who's like, yeah. No, you can get past. You can figure it out. I believe in you guys.
You think
Our fans are smart, capable. They can get a gun into Paul Brown Stadium and fire haphazardly into a crowd. I believe in you.
That's way worse than anything Cody said.
Yeah,
These views are only shared by Lloyd and not Cody, who was
was
kidding
way
the whole time.
worse.
Lloyd doesn't sound like he's joking.
I don't think Lloyd gets satire.
This,
I was trying to make Cody feel better. Damn.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. No one wants you to bring a gun anywhere. Please play this part of the podcast in court. Check out the previous host, Dark Mountain Colt. If you want to go to his house and bring a gun, it's 456.
Keep going.
Here's the trade-off, though. Pat has guns, and he's waiting for this day.
Pat has a lot of guns, so good luck, bitch. Yeah, go buy his shit. Dark Mountain
He
Colt.
also wears Jesus mandals.
Does that make you fire less effectively?
But he does
Makes
also
you less
have
believable
a
that
cute
you can
girlfriend,
actually
so if
fire
you
that
kill
gun.
him and take over his house, you get the cute girlfriend there too. See?
Oh, that's true. If you kill someone in their house, you get to take everything inside.
Isn't that what we discussed?
That's-
We learned earlier.
I didn't realize that life was a looter shooter. Where you're just basically collecting shit like it's Borderlands.
I mean, if you're bold enough,
Yeah, if you're bold enough.
Yes, fuck,
I
America's
mean, it might not
crazy.
last that long, but you can make it happen.
You got a solid 12 hours of, before the SWAT team comes in and ends you. But
If you do it, blame it on
Man.
Grand Theft Auto because they've got a good legal team and shit. We don't. So if you're a real fan,
Blame
be
it
a
on
real G.
Alanis Morissette's "Jagged Little Pill."
Yeah, exactly. It's not us. It's that Suicide Solution song that fucking Randy Rhoads played guitar solos on. It's his fault. He's dead. Fuck him. Just like Robert Reynolds.
Somebody
All
got a
right.
gun.
Now, if you want to hear about more places you can bring a gun, pay us $5, and we'll tell you exactly where you can bring a gun.
What
On
an
the Patreon.
episode.
Goodbye.